So for me personally, I do mine at night before bed.
Mhm.
And what happens is that I go through my days noticing, like saying like, oh, I want to include this on my gratitude tonight, and this, and this, and this, and this, and it's way more than 3. And then whenever I do my gratitude that night, I forget all about that stuff because it's whatever's alive for me in that moment a lot of times.
Yeah.
Sometimes those things end up in my gratitude, but a lot of times they don't. And so it changes your mind about the possibility that there is gratitude to be found in your day-to-day life. And
Yeah.
so I really am big on it. And so yeah, for those, like, making it your own, I think is really important. And as far as any actual tips, I definitely am a big proponent of the daily practice, because otherwise we tend to only write down gratitude when things are like really, like when it's really obvious and really like, oh yeah, I'm having such a good day, of course I'm grateful. But there's a lot of power in that, like, um, after you've been really anxious or angry or irritable or even just bored. That happens to me because, I've been
Mhm.
doing this for a long time. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I feel like bored with gratitude. And
Yeah.
so then I'll mix it up and use different words or take pictures of things I'm grateful for versus writing. Or, I can mix it up here and there.
Right.
But there's a lot of power in the daily. And I am really big on writing down details because I find the more details, the more true it is. If I just said something like, I'm grateful for my mom, I
Mm.
am grateful for my mom, but there's times I'm not like feeling grateful for my mom, or in whatever situation. Maybe I'm like, we had an argument or we're on each other's nerves or something. So the more I can be really specific, like, I am grateful to hear my mom's voice last night on the phone. Like, so the more details you can give, the more true it is. And that truth goes back to it being authentic, not being fake, not in getting to something that's real for you. So those are a couple of my tips, and I have more on the website and things like that, because I do think everyone can be grateful, and I've yet to find when I do workshops, and workshops imply that people chose to be there, and that's not always true. I've done some talks at like businesses where they like had people
Everyone
like
has
during a
to.
staff meeting,
Yeah.
and so in regard, and kids being kind of forced to go and things like that.
Mhm.
I've yet to find somebody that couldn't write down something that they were grateful for. And so everyone can do it, but I think that there's some tips and tricks and things to help make it more aligned, more real, more powerful, and a little bit easier.
Right. Yeah. Well, and that's one thing about someone who's done a lot of practice is that they've probably seen a lot of the obstacles and have lots of great ideas about how to work with them. Go to kilobecenter.com, Radical Recovery Summit, for access to the interviews. You can watch them free online for 48 hours after they air, or you could purchase an all-access pass. kilobecenter.com.